Welcome back to another video. My name is Abby, and today we are talking about everyone is you pushed out when it comes to a specific person. Now, if you're new to this channel and you like videos like this, hit that subscribe button, click the bell. As soon as new videos come out, you will be notified. And if you want to support this channel, a great way to do so is simply by clicking that like button. It really helps to spread this information. So back to the video. Everyone is you pushed out specific person. So if you're new to this concept, basically it means everyone outside of you is a manifestation of you. It's like, what does that mean? Where do you even start uncovering it? My goal today is to help break that down a little bit more, and also how you can leverage that to help get closer to the desired reality that you want to live. First, I think it's important to go into the origins. Manifestation, what does that even mean? To be clear on what it means so you don't get lost in it. Basically, if you look at the origin of the word, it comes to mean to reveal to your eye, also to be able to seize with your hand. What are you seizing with your hand? Essentially, it is showing you who it is that you believe yourself to be. It is projecting that out into the universe, and that reflection is then basically giving you the feedback to prove who it is you think you are. And that proof is essentially called confirmation bias. And what it is proving, and the reason I'm saying proof, it is not absolute truth, meaning that version of you who you think you are is absolutely true. It is relatively true to you. And as you start to see what you're manifesting, all it is a reflection. Just the same as I walked in front of a mirror and I had the words worthless or abandonment, and I go out and look in front of a mirror and I see worthless and abandonment. That doesn't mean that's my value. That's only how I perceive myself. And when I look into the mirror, I see that reflected back to me. That external reflection is simply the result of the origin. So you can say the origin, the cause is me. I have that value. Something has happened in my life up until this point for me to believe that. Potentially I was told I was worthless. Potentially someone treated me like I was worthless. Or I was abandoned at some point of that and I reasoned on it. I saw that situation and I made a judgment. I stored that judgment in my subconscious because basically I see, okay, this is how people treat me. This is how I stay safe. This is how I get my needs met. And I've continued to live life based on that being true. Me seeing myself that way, the origin, the cause, seeing that reflected back to me, and then it is proving that truth is real. And again, it's not absolutely true. However, it is true to your reality. It's true relative to your perspective. So what does this mean? That everyone outside of you is a manifestation of you. Basically, going back to the origin of the word, that you're revealing to your eye, everyone outside of you is helping you reveal who it is you think you are. So basically, they're showing up in your life, you're attracting them. Somebody who will help dance that with you, who will treat you like you're worthless, who will abandon you. The way I view it is we all have different sorts of wounds, and sometimes those wounds align, and basically, ideally, you connect with those types of people, friends, romantic partners, family members, whatever the case. And basically, if you're open to it, if you can see it in this way, you can help each other heal your wounds. However, if you simply see that person outside of you and you just feel that confirmation, it's going to continue to perpetuate that wound. It's going to continue to keep you in that reality because you're going to say, oh, look, this person's abandoned me. Oh, look, I can never get that person's attention. So when it comes to a specific person, think about it. If you're watching this video right now, most likely you're struggling, you're frustrated, you're having a situation in which you're not manifesting, you're not seeing your external world with what you really want in regards to a specific person. So the best way that you can utilize this is to start to see what it is that you're feeling from this specific person. Do you feel ignored from this person? Do you feel abandoned from this person? Do you feel like they don't really value you? What is the essence? If you had to consolidate all those situations, all those experiences, what does it sound like? And more importantly, how does it make you feel? What is the in feeling you're getting? Do you get a high because you chase them and then maybe you send them 10 texts and they give you a one-word answer and you're like, oh my gosh, they see me. Look how hard I've worked. My work is producing this minimum communication that actually makes me feel really abandoned, that actually really pushes on the wound that potentially I got when I was younger. And I continue to feed into it because I'm hoping that if they change and start giving me more attention, or if I can work, or if I can prove that I'm lovable, then I will feel better about myself. Well, really, if you're thinking everyone is you pushed out, you're pushing that wound onto this person. This person is helping you by essentially holding up a mirror. Your original feeling of worthlessness or neglect or being abandoned hasn't started with this person, but this person is holding up a mirror and they're giving you a situation to feel that original wound. Everyone is you pushed out. Everyone has those values of you that you see about yourself. And that could also be the opposite. You really value yourself. You love yourself. You see yourself as worthy. You see yourself as whole and complete. So people are going to hold up that mirror and you're going to see that reflection back to you. Now, this is not to say that relationships don't have any connection, but this is in specific regard to when you feel these really old wounds, these things that continue to happen. I struggled with it no matter who I met, no matter what their background was. I continue to find people who would not quite give me the attention that I was looking for, who would not quite commit, value the relationship that I was trying to establish with them. Now, looking back in that past, I can see a direct reflection of the exact way that I felt about myself. I didn't value myself. I was looking to them to try to heal that self-neglect. And what did I find? I found my neglect, my abandonment pushed out onto them. So they acted in alignment with the way that I valued myself. So basically, whatever it is that you view about yourself, you are seeing it revealed to your eye. You're pushing it out into the world, and then it's coming back to you. Just the same as the theoretical boomerang, right? You throw the boomerang out, it does its magical thing, and it comes back to you. You have this view of yourself, you throw it out into the world unconsciously. It's important for you to understand that this is not something you're like, ooh, you know what I want? Okay, I'm going to find somebody who's going to reflect on my self-neglect. I'm going to find somebody who's going to abandon me in perfect harmony with that original wound that I had when I was a little kid that caused me so much hurt. Let's find somebody like that. No, this is not conscious. This is your unconscious doing its best to get the attention on the part of you that is hurting. So it wants attention so that it can heal. It's not trying to make you suffer. The universe is not conspiring to make you suffer or hurt or cause you pain. It is there to help you heal, to show the true value and beauty of yourself, the power and the fact that you are in essence love embodied. Your being is valuable, it's whole and complete, it is worthy of everything that you want to experience in this life. However, there's some hiccups. There's some things that you've misreasoned on as a child, and you've continued to find these things throughout your life. You've pushed them out into the universe, people outside of you, you've pushed those out, and now you're seeing them reflected and played out through this specific person. Now, this is your perception. These are the filters that you're looking out, these values, these experiences you've had up until now. You look out through those lenses. Your RAS, your reticular activating system, is a major part of this. Also, too, your amygdala, which is basically the warning system in your brain. If you step outside those circumstances, if you start getting into a situation in which you are accepted and not abandoned, you might actually unconsciously push away because you're not familiar with it, because abandonment, because neglect, those actually feel more comfortable. So you continually seek them out so that unconsciously you can heal them. And only until that unconscious part of you comes to light, and hopefully through this video and other resources that you have right now in your life, where you can really start looking in, okay, what if it were true that a part of me is looking for this so that I can see that that origin is actually me, and I can heal it, I can take responsibility for it, and then own it and see myself differently. And guess what? Then what is going to be revealed to your eye is going to be completely different. It's going to be in alignment with how you see yourself. But like I was saying, where you have this perception, right? You have all these things, these wounds, these ideas of yourself. That perception is in direct alignment with an action. For instance, if you see somebody who's attractive and automatically you get really shy and you start getting awkward, there's a direct action that when you see someone attractive, you start acting a certain way. You're awkward, you're shy, you don't know what to say, you freeze up. There's a perception of what's happening and a value, unconscious mostly, which I'll get to in a little bit. And then there's an action, pull away, freeze, be awkward. Unconsciously, that's what's happening because there is some sort of threat. Unconsciously, what might be happening because you're responding in this awkward way, this shy way, this resistant way, is that you might not feel you're good enough. You might feel unattractive and unworthy. So this awkwardness is trying to hide that. Oh my gosh, this person's so attractive. I'm not, I got to get out of this. And if you go into that wound of why you feel you're unattractive, why you feel you're unworthy, that is where the gold is. Because when you change that perception, you will automatically change the action because you will no longer look through that perception. You being awkward and uncomfortable and shy around attractive people will no longer be relevant because you see yourself more valuable. You'll have an action with that perception, and therefore, oh, I'm whole and complete, I'm valuable. I'm gonna go to this other person who's whole and complete and valuable, and I'm gonna interact with them. It's a completely different dynamic because you're seeing the world through a different perception. Therefore, the world you're seeing is actually different. There's about 50 million bits of information that your unconscious is processing every second. And your conscious brain is only able to take in 40. So again, when you're looking through the perception of these hurts, these old wounds, you're looking out into the specific person, you're going to find the things that confirm that version. You're going to push them out, and then they're going to come back to you through this specific interaction. And confirming who it is you think you are about yourself, only when you go to the origin, to the cause of that perception, can you then start to shift. And like I said at the beginning of this video, when you start to understand these dynamics are not concrete, they're only feedback to show you yourself more. Manifestation, reveal clearly to your eye. This person, this projection of your wounds onto them, everyone is you pushed out. You are pushed out onto everyone. Your wounds are pushed out onto everyone. Whatever it is you believe about yourself is pushed out onto everyone, and they're going to return that back to you. So when you change the view of yourself, you're going to push that onto everyone, and they're going to bring it back to you. It is that call out and then the echo. So understanding the dynamics of how this works, that someone rejecting you, abandoning you, neglecting you, looking inside to see if you're doing that, how you're doing that, why you started doing that. Then reason on it, heal that within yourself, and then go back out. And because that call out is going to be different, you will automatically get a different reflection in reality. Cutting off old beliefs and anchors to versions of you that no longer serve you. They're no longer there. They at one point kept you safe and they no longer do. Cutting those off is what will help you shift your perception. Shifting that perception will automatically shift into new actions, new behaviors, new choices, and ultimately different interactions with your world. You deserve to live the life that you dream about, that you can feel inside. And the way to do that is to get in your unconscious, cut those old beliefs, and free yourself, liberate yourself so that you can experience that reality. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit subscribe. If you haven't done so already, like this video, and I'll see you on the next one.